Hello Ridgemont teachers, this is Dustin Scott, one of the intervention specialists at Ridgemont, and I just wanted to make a quick tutorial video to help you teachers out with a little website that can be very handy for using in the classroom. So the big question that we need to figure out is, where do I find interventions for these kids that are struggling? With Ridgemont implementing this new RTI process, especially in the elementary area, we need to find some interventions that are research-based, that are proven to be effective, that we can use with these students in the RTI process. So the best place to go for that is interventioncentral.org. So if you go up to the top, you type in the address, just type in interventioncentral.org and hit enter. And that brings up this very handy website. Now the reason I'm making this video is because while this website is handy, it's also kind of hard to navigate. It's not super user-friendly. So I just want to look at one of the tools that they offer that can be very handy for us teachers in the classroom. So let's click on academic interventions. So let's say you're a math teacher, and this would work for any teacher, but let's say you're math, and you want to figure out what are some interventions that I can use to really help the students that are struggling in my math class. So you go to this academic interventions page, and then you come down here to where it says Academic Intervention Planner Online App, and click Read More. Now this is not a download, so you don't have anything to worry about. It's just here on the website. Once you click this, you scroll down a little bit, and we have this area. So in this box right here, we have all these different areas. So we have math, we have several for math, we have some for reading, spelling, and writing. So this, like I said before, this can work with all teachers. But let's look at math arithmetic facts. So we click on this, and here in this box, we have a whole list of all these different interventions that you can use with your student to help them improve their fluency with arithmetic facts. So it tells you the name of the intervention, and then it tells you the instructions of how it works and how you would use it. Very handy. So then what you can do is you can click this yellow arrow over here and copy this item to your checklist. Over here, this is your checklist of all the interventions that you've picked from this list or any of the other lists that you plan to use. And you want to put it on a little list that way you can keep track of it. The handy thing is that you can also go in and click edit on each one of these and write a note for it. So I put this note in here. I want to use this with student A. Maybe you put in a name just to help keep yourself straight. So once you have your checklist, if you want to export that in a way that you can keep it stored on your computer, or maybe print it, or show it to the principal to kind of show what you have planned, you scroll down a little bit, and we have this PDF section. Now we have a couple options. You can put your email address in here, and you can email the PDF to yourself or somebody else, or you can just download the PDF and it'll put it right on your computer. You can also preview it before you do anything. So let's click preview. Right now we have research notes and research citations and notes selected. Preview. We'll scroll down a little bit. Now this gives us the intervention strategies that we picked in a checklist format like this. And then it also gives us the research citations to the right of that. So this is where you can find, these are the journal articles where you can find where this research strategy was, or where this intervention was used and backed up with data to prove that it's effective. So every intervention that you find on this website is backed up by research. So these are research-based interventions that have been proven to be effective, and that is one of the foundations of RTI, is that we need to use research-based instruction and we need to use research-based interventions. So now you have a whole list of them. And then if you want to look at the notes that you put on there, you can click on this and then preview, and now it'll give you your interventions with your notes that you used. So that's for academics. We have all of these. I mean, there's just tons of interventions that are all research-based, totally reliable. But what if you have some students that are struggling with behaviors? You know, trying to figure out what interventions can I use to improve this behavior, to help this student behave a little better. Well, you can go up here to the top and click on Behavior Interventions. And then they have the exact same tool for behavior. So you go to this Behavior Intervention Planner app, click Read More, and then scroll down, and we have the exact same thing. We have academic adjustments. We have all these different sections that you can click on, and then they each have all these different interventions. And then the same as before, you can add those to your checklist, you can edit them, put notes on there, and export them. So those are a couple tools that are listed on this website, and we won't get into any more right now. But needless to say, Intervention Central is a very handy website for interventions, especially with RTI. It even says your source for RTI resources. So I highly recommend you go to interventioncentral.org and check out these online planner apps that I showed you. It'll really help you with the RTI process, and it'll really help you use effective tools.